Good afternoon. This is Reverend William Holdipp from Faith Deliverance Center, Smith Hill, in the island of Bermuda. Today we would like to speak to you out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 10, 11, and 12. It reads thus: If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain, if thou say, Behold, we knew it not, for not he that pondereth the heart consider it, he that keepeth thy soul does not he know it, shall not he render to every man according to his works. Here in Proverbs chapter 24, verse 10, 11, and 12, you must realize this: adversity, trouble, and pressure, the trials of life reveal how strong you are. The modern proverb says, when the going gets tough, get going. This is the meaning of this proverb. Trials reveal a person's strength. Now, the word strength means firmness or vigor. Strong people stand firm when trouble strikes. This proverb implies that a person who falls in the face of trouble is unwise, because wisdom produces strength. Proverbs 24 and verse 5. You see, wise people fear the Lord and trust in Him. They do not lean upon their own understanding or strength. They know God's truth, His promises. They are empowered by His wisdom. Notice how David responded when faith met distress. In 1 Samuel chapter 30 and verse 6, David said, And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him. The soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But David encouraged himself in the Lord his God. Notice how the resilient attitude of the Apostle Paul. Paul said in Philippians chapter 4, verse 12 and 13, and know both how to be abased, and know how to abound. Everywhere in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Both men trusted God and found in the Lord the strength they needed to press on. They did not depend upon themselves nor upon their own resources. They were rested, they placed their trust in the strength of the omnipotent God. Paul readily acknowledged that it was God and only God who gave him the strength he needed to be triumphant over the afflictions of life. Paul in 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 and 10 wrote, And he said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly therefore will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress for Christ's sake. When I am weak, then am I strong. The many trials in life that we cannot handle or conquer in our own strength. Trials such as disease, accidents, desertion, infidelity, and death. And in such times, if we call upon Christ and confess our weakness, He will infuse us with His strength. When He stands firm through overwhelming adversity, through His strength, not ours. In reality, severe trouble reveals our faith in the Lord and our dependence upon Him. Those who are leaning on Him trusting in his grace and power, will be strong. And Ephesians chapter 3, verse 16 forward, and he will grant you according to the riches of his glory to be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man. In Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 18, Isaiah wrote, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and the glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 3 we're told, consider him that endures such contradiction, hostility of sinners against himself, that ye be worried and faint in your minds. My friend, verse 11 and 12 of Proverbs chapter 24, you must rescue those who are facing danger and death. As believers, you have a responsibility to stand up and act on behalf of those who are oppressed and cannot help themselves, especially those who are facing imminent death. Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 11. This includes people who suffer from circumstances they cannot change. For example, those who are impoverished to widespread famine and disease. People who are generally poor or cannot work due to circumstances beyond their control. People who are unjustly accused and convicted. People who are victims of cruel governments and dictatorship. Yes, remember in verse 12, because, my friend, there is no excuse, not even ignorance in refusing to rescue them. Cannot pretend to be unaware that such oppression and injustice exists. If ignorance of these conditions was an excuse in Solomon's day, how much more is it true in the modern world? Nation, communication, and media have increased so much. Know practically everything that goes on across the face of the earth within minutes. And because you will be judged for what you have done. Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 12. Now it is somber warning issued. God knows the heart. God can be fooled by supposed lack of witness. Must honor to God for activity or inactivity on behalf of the oppressed. Any of us, we know them, will face God's judgment. You have an obligation to help those who suffer from oppression. Sadly, many people who live in strong nations believe that their governments should not act on behalf of the oppressed in foreign nations. This proverb says otherwise. Churches should lead the way in extending the love of Christ to the needy in their communities and throughout the world. As believers, we should give to help those who have needs. Ephesians 4:28. While some churches and believers have failed to fulfill the Great Commission by focusing on the physical and social needs of people, many have done just the opposite. They have preached the gospel, but have neglected people's physical needs. God is clear, we must rescue those who are facing danger and death. Well, we must never forget that we will stand accountable before God for a response to this commandment. In Romans chapter 2, verse 6, Paul wrote, "Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked." Job chapter 34, verse 11. Wherefore men shall he render unto him, cause every man to find according to his ways. my friend, in Isaiah chapter 58, verse 6 and 7. Is not this the fast that I have chosen? Loose the bands of wickedness, to do the heavy burden. Let your oppressed go free. You break every yoke, not to deal thy bread to the hungry, that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house, that thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh. Matthew chapter 25, verse 30 to 40. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, have the kingdom prepared you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, he gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when shall we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirst, and gave thee drink? When shall we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? When shall we be sick, or in prison, and came to thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily, I say to you, inasmuch as you have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, you have done it unto me. God bless you and be with you as a prayer of our hearts.